on, baby, come on. But speaking of, riding to the wheels fall off, your boy Naj, man, he was out that joint cooking. Does Naj get some love from TG? Does Najee? Dare I? Because some people write up a little apology letters in terms of, what I'm saying, for people's comments about Nas. I just didn't know, were you one of them guys that felt like you should change your stance on Nas based on this game, or what was your thoughts on it, man?
Nah, I didn't. Nah, I mean, you know my stance. I think he's a big bad. I think he's a great dude, man. I think he's a great dude, great person. I think he's got good skill set. Like I think he's big, he's strong, he's fast. You know, I just think
But,
trying to
but
figure
but
out.
he was producing in the game though.
I thought he
The
ran hard. I thought he ran
the
hard.
offense moved well when he had the rock in his hands, is what they
I
say.
agree. I thought he had good runs. I thought it was more slashy downhill runs for him this game.
Hmm.
You know, I thought the score got out of hand where they couldn't commit to the run like they really wanted to. You know,
See, I felt like we still had a chance to commit to the run. I feel like when it changed though was obviously it was when Kenny got hurt. I think we were is what 16-3 at the time. We had just coming out of halftime, right? We had just moved down, kicked the field goal, got the stop, came right back down, do the whole 4th and 1. Then Kenny gets hurt.
yeah,
I felt like we still could have been running it though. But then
yeah,
after that was when it got kind of crazy, and then it's like, all right, we can't because we got to try to come back or at least try to close this lead. But partly, I was a little bit surprised at how the Texans did play against Najee, because typically we talk about how when Najee's out there, man, we're seeing the teams play heavy run personnel or they're attacking it.
hundred
But I
percent.
was watching the Texans stay in their sub package ball at times and
I'm
play
fine.
against it.
I was
Yeah,
was going against that spread also where it's like, all right,
yeah,
like, we not tripping over this. Like we're gonna stop this. We'll get
yeah.
it down. We got a lot of speed
Because
out here. Get it.
that was the thing that, and it was very different. The teams that we've played thus far, it's been the opposite. They're like, nah, we gonna make sure this ain't that, and you could try your luck on the outside. I felt like the Texans took the other approach of, all right, we don't think you really gonna commit to it anyway, so you could have these handful of runs, but we're gonna get you on this back end. You're not gonna throw on this defense today. And
Yeah,
that was the part, man. I was just a little bit surprised that they played us like that, but that was also why I was a little bit frustrated with Canada, because I'm like, man, I wish we would have stuck with that or at least made that more of an emphasis once you identified, they trying to play the game. They trying to see how much I'm gonna commit to this thing. And we just never really dug deep in that. And then, after that, injury happens, the flow changes, and it's all for naught.
all for nothing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But I thought Nas played well though, man. I was happy to see him out there toting that rock like that. I'm like,
You
thank
got the
you, Nas.
apology letter. You got an
No, I,
apology letter.
I no, never that. No, no, because to me, man, I look at it the same way. I'm like, bro, it's the same thing, but at the same time, we just talked about it. The Texans just decided that, hey, we're gonna allow you to do this because we're taking away that.
Taking all
And
this. Over.
yeah, it's it's not the same as when you're watching a quarterback coming back versus like prevent defense or lighting it up versus like soft coverage. But to an extent, it was almost the same flavor where it's like, yo, they're just gonna allow this, but they're not gonna allow that.
Yeah,
So when I looked at it, I'm like, yes, it felt good in the moment. Yes, it even felt, statistically it looked good. But when you really talk about the sustainability of it and is that legitimate or is that just this specific situation, that's where I come back to, how we've been. We're talking about just his style versus even Jalen Warren's style. Now, when we talk Jalen, you can't put that ball on the ground. That's the
that's
no-no with him.
never
You know you
do
can't
that.
do that.
That's the hopes
Carrying
and
our
the
hopes and dreams.
dreams.
You know what time we on, bro.
In the hopes
You
and
definitely
dreams.
can't do that.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. Can't do
Exactly.
that.
That's the law.
So it's like, man, as much as I was excited about 30, when I see you, granted only one counted, but when I see you put that ball down multiple times, it was like, man,
Today's not your day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go sit over there, bro. Go sit down. You,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely one of them things, though, man. Definitely one of them things. But we've been diving in this thing a lot. We've been diving into it a lot. So what I'll ask is this: Baltimore is obviously this week. Good old Ratbirds coming to